Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noor Daniel Ena binti Azri. My metric number is S70950. And I will begin our group presentation. Our group has been assigned question 5 for this case study. Now, let me explain the main issue that we will be focusing on in this presentation. The issue we are focusing on is whether Chong, as an agent, has breached his legal duty by acting beyond the authority given to him by the principal. In this situation, Chong made decision without getting prior approval, and this raises the question of whether his action amount to a legal breach under agency law. Furthermore, we are also looking at whether Chong's action can be justified under the doctrine of emergency of necessary, especially if those actions were taken to prevent further loss or damage to the good in his care. So overall, this issue here is not just about exceeding authority, but also whether there is a legal excuse for his action under exceptional circumstances. This will be the foundation of our decision throughout the presentation. Alright, that's all for me. I will pass this over to Hanan, who will explain the legal principle related to this issue. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hanan Nashra binti Hasani Anwar. My metric number has 72213. Now I want to explain the legal principle that relevant to this case. First, law of bailment. Under section 101 of the Contract Act 1950 state that bailment is the delivery of goods by one person to another for some purpose upon a contract that there shall, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of according to the directions of the person delivering them. The person who are delivering goods is called the bailer, and the person to whom they are delivered is called the bailee. In this case, Ibrahim is the bailer and Chong is the bailee. Next, under section 104, it states that the bailee is instructed to take care of the good bail to him which the same circumstances as an ordinary person will take his own goods of the same birth, quality and value as the bail. The meaning is, whatever the circumstances, Chong as bailee must ensure that the goods are delivered safe. Next, law of agency. There are 4 key sections under the Contract Act 1950 that relate to this legal principle. First, section 142. It provides that the agent is given the authority to protect the principal's business from loss. This action can be taken in an emergency. However, the action taken must be reasonable and in good faith. It means that the agent is given the authority to do anything to protect the principal business from loss only in an emergency. Second, section 164. It highlights that an agent must follow the principal's instruction while conducting the business. If there are no instructions, the agent must follow normal business customs. If the agent acts otherwise, if he incurs a loss, he must reimburse his principal, and if he makes a profit, he must account for it. Thirdly, section 167 outlines the duty of an agent to communicate with the principal with all reasonable diligence, especially in cases of difficulty, and to seek instruction from the principal. This duty ensures the agent acts in the principal's best interest and keeps the principal informed of relevant situation. Lastly, under section 168, it gives the principal the right to reject any transaction if an agent deals on his own account in the business without first obtaining the principal's consent and informing him of all relevant circumstances. If there is evidence has been occurred dishonestly, concealed from him by the agent or unfairness.
My name is obviously. My metric is S72098. Today I will present about legal argument. Number one is fiduciary obligation and communication obligation. A fiduciary organization to act in Ibrahim based on interest and agent no notify him of any significant development. He was struck for an entire week, but he did not try to get to touch him. Ibrahim had asked the interaction. Number two is authority, the agent relationship. Agent is liquid the company with the principal suggestion under the contract law of 1950. According of the section of 135 of the Act, agent is the agent able by the principal interest. Any deviation is considered a duty breach. Instead, Ibrahim gave Pacific interaction delivery to the durian leaf customer with a reputation for demanding quality. It is apparent that John went beyond position of authority. He ultimately believed not sell for the durian to other countries, least at the cheaper grade. Number three is legibility and reasonability doctrine. As long as the action is acceptable and taken in an honest manner, John may try to reply to Section 189 of the contract of the 1950. An agent to act without interaction avoid loss. John will contend that he chose to sell the product was a completely sensible durian. Her and delivery was impossible because of flooding.
Thank you to the previous presenter. Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurul Arya Haswani binti Mat Ali. My number matric is S70184. Today, I will explain the application part of this case. First, according to Section 164, an agent must follow the principal's instruction. In this case, Ibrahim told Chong to deliver durian to Lim, but because of the flood, Chong's lorry was stuck for 5 days and the durians became over. Instead of contacting Ibrahim, Chong decided to sell the durian at a roadside stall. He did not even get any permission from Ibrahim, so this showed that he broke his duty as an agent. Then, under Section 167, an agent must communicate with the principal, especially when there's a problem. But Chong did not even try to call or update Ibrahim. That's a clear failure to communicate. This is similar to the case of Keppel v. Wheeler. In that case, the agent did not tell the principal about a better offer, and the court said that the agent was wrong. So in Chong's situation, it's the same. He did not even inform Ibrahim and act on his own. Next, under Section 101 and 104, Chong is also a bailee. As a bailee, he must take care of the goods and follow instructions. Even though the flood was unexpected, he still had the duty to inform Ibrahim before selling the durians. Chong might say he acted in an emergency under Section 142 because the durians were perishable and Lim had rejected them. But the problem is he had 5 days and he did not even try to contact Ibrahim at all.
In the case of Great Northern Railway, emergency action were allowed because the agent acted reasonably. But in Chong's case, his failure to communicate made it harder to accept that excuse. So, although Chong may have wanted to reduce loss, his action without permission and no communication mean he is still responsible for this. So that's all from me. Thank you. I will pass to the last presenter.
Assalamualaikum everyone, my name is Noor Izzurin Sofia binti Zulkarnain, S71539. I'll briefly present the conclusion and legal recommendations from the case involving Ibrahim and also Chong. For this situation, Chong was entrusted by Ibrahim to deliver durians to a trader in Singapore. However, due to severe flooding, the delivery was delayed. Even though that the delay was caused by an unavoidable natural disaster, Chong still had a legal duty under Malaysian business law to inform for Ibrahim. Instead, he sold the durians and roadside stall without consent, which goes against Section 164 of the Contract Act 1950, where an agent must follow the principal's instructions. Under Section 168, Chong may be held liable for any loss caused by acting without authority. From a legal standpoint, Chong could still be responsible for the financial loss, even if his intention was to reduce the damage. This case shows the importance of proper communication and having a clear agreement, especially when dealing with consignment and delivery. So, for in the future, both parties should include terms that cover emergency situations and clearly define authority limits. And that's all from me and from my friends. Thank you.